Hello everyone, this is the Great Pumpkin speaking and welcome to this new PvP video about Dragonfable. So recently, I've been looking about some new things to do about those PvP videos, and I've decided on something. We're gonna try to establish a streak in PvP. What this means basically is that I'm gonna be running PvP with a number of classes, and we're gonna try to get as many consecutive wins as possible. So in order to do that, however, I've forced a rule upon myself, which is not to use any potions. So before we get started, I've decided that the Evolved Pumpkin Lord was going to do the honors here. So let's get going. Let's join a duelist tournament. I have no idea what I'm going to be up against as usual, so who knows. So we're up against Krisana, who's... I think it's an Ascendant. Yeah, it's an Ascendant. So, now I'm using my pet stand Scan Orb, because in this particular case I can't afford to actually... How can I say? Having the kids glove on, so we're putting them off. One of the things that changed is that I got my hand on the Sight of Liberty, which is an energy weapon, which freed a slot for me to use the Soulforge Axe, which was added about 2 weeks ago to the game. They made a small upgrade to it, being a level 85 item and dealing 95 damage for the most part. So I think that's actually going to be a bit of an upgrade for my Pumpkin Lord, so that's actually pretty cool. So let's start with Creeping Roots. We'll have to deal with that big pet, but you know, things happen. Drain. To increase or decrease her resistance to nature damage. I've actually been wondering whether I'm too hard on myself by preventing the use of potions. However, if I allowed me to use any of them, well, where would the challenge be? So that was the point basically. Although it's easy to run out of mana, I've switched my stats a little bit, mostly to concentrate on health, so that makes things a little difficult with classes that are heavy as far as mana goes. So that's one win. Let's keep going. We're up against Rogue with special equipments for the most part. Level 80 human Rogue. Same strategy as usual. He's using that Sneeball pet from the Ravenloft saga, speaking of which. I don't know that equipment very well. I see some people running a number of equipment sets that I have no idea what they are. So that's kind of strange. I think a new axe is much cooler than my old Soulforged sword personally. That's a nice touch. They also added a bunch of stuff, like for instance, I don't know, sights, staff. I know it was wands, that's right. That was wands. So this guy I'm a little worried about. If he has a lot of immobility resistance, that could be the death of me. That doesn't seem to be the case though. Let's try a sight, in case I might get him stunned? Nope. So that should pretty much do it. Let's just root him. And we should be good until he dies. Let's see if we can manage to kill him. Well, before he runs out, that is. It's actually quite early during the day, so the people we'll encounter should be vastly different from the ones we usually see. Problem with that challenge though is that you don't know, you might get unlucky against the Doom Knight or end up against someone who uses a staff weapon. That would be rather annoying. That also makes classes that are defensive in specialization really easier. For instance, like with the Evolved Pumpkin Lord, I can heal myself, add mana, that kind of stuff, so that makes things quite easier actually. But we'll see what I can do within half an hour. Her, I'm not sure I'll be able to defeat before she dies. Actually, she seems to have resisted it. That's no good. Yep, she did. Well, let's put up a bulwark then. We should avoid the initial damage. The damage over time we won't be able to do much against though. Strange really, you avoid the effect entirely, yet somehow you end up with this. That's really nonsense if you ask me. Oh well. We'll see quite a lot of Doom Knights. That's kind of what I'm afraid of. Okay, next. And no healing in between fights, of course. Oh, it's Bob, the Technomancer. This character is actually one of the characters of a famous Dragonfable YouTuber known as TheRuinedShadow. I'm told he's one of the bigger one, although I don't know that much about him, unfortunately. Still, he does all of the latest releases. We should probably check him out. So, now we'll deal with him in the usual way we do. It's nice that he did that thematic thing, kind of look like a part red mage with that little technological pet, so that's cool. Fortunately, he won't be able to do anything against the Great Pumpkin, because the AI is doing him, of course. I actually looked him up at some point. I was looking random IDs in the Dragonfable forums, so that's something I've found out. This is also an opportunity for me to find new PvP tokens in order to increase my rank. At this point, I'm at Duelist rank 9, so that's not a lot. So, I'll be joining you when I get back to the next class. Okay, we've managed to establish a streak of 1, and I've switched my class to Necromancer, who'll be up next. I've also equipped the Sight of Liberty, which appears to be a weapon with a large, damage discrepancy. So I'm gonna see if that's actually worth it. Let's do this. Did I heal myself in the first place? Good question. No, I did not. Guess I'm gonna have to live with it then. That doesn't matter. I can manage some of these things. Let's start by putting the target to sleep for the time being. We're up against Mike, who's a dragon warrior, if I'm not mistaken. That is... No, he's an actual warrior. Doesn't look like the other ones. That must be the female one that's a little different. So, I'm doing this completely wrong, am I? Okay, so that was this. Dark Boon. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was using Life Tap. Notice that the scan orb is constantly insulting my opponent. I can do anything about that. So, our seed pulled off and we've managed to get our champion. So that is good. We're gonna, along with our life tap that is, add to our resistance to light, which is the element he uses. That's the thing, I can get a bunch of warriors, I can get unlucky and get a cryptic against me. Can be anything really. That's part of the fun. But they get to use potion, of course. That's fine. My aura is strengthening though, and he's down. Next match. Okay, we're up against Doom Knight this time around. This should be a little difficult, but we should manage. How to handle this? We'll start with Boon, see what happens. We have this weird Krakenberry pet on the enemy at the moment. So... heck, why not? Let's see them. Let's use Erase. Is that too many? No, we had another turn, that's right. What's his immobility resistance looking like? Not that much. Dream should be fine. Okay, good. Cakewalk. Energy is also a good element. Not a lot of stuff have a resistance to energy. That's pretty much the thing. That's how you completely destroy Doom Knights that don't have a high resistance value to immobility. Damn. Sometimes I wonder whether I wouldn't prefer Doom Knights to have a different AI, kinda like the variant one. Although I must admit it's a different strategy than what we usually see. Problem is, you constantly see Doom Knights, so... Next match. Oh, Snake the Doom Knight. Big surprise there. So what's he looking like? That looks pretty simple. Okay then. Let's see them. Life tap. Okay. Now I think this is the one. Let's put up Dream. So, let's go with Final. Some might say that potions should be allowed if I didn't use stun, but then again, if you don't find a way to get through Doom Knights, then that doesn't work at all. I very nearly finished him, did I? Against the same guy a second time. Oh well. Can't control which enemy we get. It means there mustn't be that many people, or we just got really unlucky. Life tap. We won't have much mana for the last enemy, so that's gonna be difficult. Like I said, the Necromancer can be a really good dot class if you're planning on using it as Beastmaster. That can be interesting. Oh, double champions. Nice. I could actually save mana just by attacking him regularly, but what's the point if you don't utterly defeat your enemy, you know? Welp. We'll just barely finish him. Sweet. Last one, nearly no mana. Let's hope it's not too difficult one. Oh, it's a warrior. Well then. Yes, Doom Knight equipment. His sword seems fairly generic. Oh yeah, 510. Piece of cake. Let's go. It's life tap. So how many can I afford? That's 25, that's 12. We should be okay. That's where the choices become really difficult. And bam, just like that. That's a streak of 2. So, time to switch class. Okay, so here we are, and I've decided to use the Riftwalker this time around. I've equipped the Isande sword that is dropped by that frost dragon back in the in Beyond Time. We actually saw it when I tried Triggerast last episode. So let's go. This should be a little more high risk, high reward than the other ones we've had until now. And this one, we have Deathborn, another Doom Knight. So let's go. Let's do this. I was actually wondering whether this was boost or bonus. Bonus, if I'm not mistaken, actually increase your chance to hit the enemy character, whereas boost is actually actual damage. This is the Riftwalker actually increased boost, which is the actual damage. So that's a good thing. Bam. You, sir, have the intellect of a vegetable. Those things that orb says. The quest where you obtain it is actually pretty interesting, although it's fairly long-winded. It's one of those cases where they put another armor on you and you end up... okay, not a lot of immobility, that's good. And you end up having to fight with a really terrible armor and weapon through a bunch of monsters that actually scale with you. So that makes it a little difficult. And bam. Sorry, Mr. Doom Knight. And yes, everybody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Boy, if I didn't hear that enough back in Warhammer 40k. Boom. Should be pretty much done, so let's get our booze going. Sweet! Wasn't enough to finish him though. We got close though. Next one. Next one is Magician of Aaron, which we've seen before. Another Doom Knight. Oh well. Can actually probably finish it if it this guy. Assuming we manage to immobilize him, which doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, we actually did. Well, that happens sometimes. Your mother was a Sneevil, blip. The real question is, where is Waldo? Yeah, we did it! Awesome! Oh, we're up against the Paladin this time, Glimmer. I'm actually wondering, is that guy a reference to that dragon in Guild Wars 2? He might be. Okay, so how am I gonna handle this guy? He's gonna hit me pretty early. What's his resistance looking like? 20 mobility. I think I'll start with a fade. Can't hit me now. And bam. He's got weird eyes. Is that something that's been done for the paladin, or is that something else entirely? I don't know. Between the fact that he constantly healed himself, paladin can be rather... how can I say? They can be an extremely defensive class, really good at attrition. Gotta say, that sword is really good for paladins. I don't care much for the Angel's Wing, then again I gotta admit for a while I had been looking for those, so... And he's gonna kill himself. Stop killing yourself. Next up is... oh, Roy the Guardian, is it? He's gonna do his big hit from the start, so actually using Realm Change and, well, Fade would actually be a good idea. Make him waste his stuff, then we can just stun him or whatever. Oh, he used that area of effect to begin with. Wow. That was one heck of a crit. That didn't help me at all, did it? Oh well. Probably managed to get a Guardian Dragon in me. Or use a potion, that works too. Good. I like that guy. I think he looks badass. So we're up against Zero. Another Doom Knight. So let's see. I think it's only people with staff weapons that actually have crazy high mobility resistance. Yep. Gonna try the immobility. Let's hope it's gonna work. Yeah, it did. You won't be able to finish him though. Oh. Could have used an ability that would have actually finished him. Oh well. That's okay. So, off to the next class then. Okay, here we are back with the Paladin. That's a streak of 3, so let's keep going and hope it's gonna work. This time I've equipped my Sun God's Tide because I felt it was kind of thematic, so that's good. Okay, Doom Knight. Not much hope to be had with this. Oh well, we'll have to make do with what we have. So, what was that thing? Okay, Rat is here. We're up against John Irenicus. Guy named after the famous villain of Baldur's Gate 2. I haven't played that in ages. That's kind of strange because there used to be a time where I played that every year. Mostly because I know the dialogues nearly by heart, so I don't really see any point now. I kind of just get through them so really quickly, so. Although I've been seeing that thing on Steam called Tyranny, which is made by Obsidian Entertainment and Paradox Interactive. Looks interesting. They're supposedly based in the same style as Pillars of Eternity, but in another setting. So let's use Storm, try to get him not to destroy us in one blow. Okay, Pulala hasn't been able to do anything, so that should be good. That spear though. Okay. And bam. That's the end of that. Next is Vizon, the Riftwalker. How am I gonna handle this guy? Probably gonna use a Barrier of Sanctuary, because we'll actually have to beat this guy. Well, that's no good for him. Increase damage and darkness resist. And this one lowers enemy damage and light resist. I'm not sure in which order I am supposed to do those. Sorry, dude. That's not gonna work. Okay. So that was that. Oh, it's on me. For 4 turn. I'm gonna take the dangerous way out of this. He's got a darkness weapon, which means that my resistance is through the roof. Oh, wow. So let's see that thing. Prism lasts for 3 turns. So yeah, the way is Aura, then Prism. Awesome. That's actually more of a challenge to get a Riftwalker as opposed to a Doom Knight. Although sometimes you just get unlucky against Doom Knights. I'm good for maybe another turn before he starts dealing things. Yep, just another turn. Yep, I doubt he's gonna attack me. I might as well push and try to force him into using potions. Yeah, that didn't work. Doesn't matter though, my resistance is high enough to handle him. Potion, yay! So let's see. Could do that Mana Strike, but Song is probably a better choice. Awesome. Next 3. Okay, we're off against an Evolved Dragon Lord. So how are we gonna handle that? Guess we'll do the same as last time. Whoops. Wrong move. Sorry, Dylan. So, Prism. After that we do Barrier in order to avoid his stun. And we go with rat. There's not much to say. I wonder though, is that guy actually using the Dragon Rage artifact? He must be, right? The things that can be bought now that the anniversary is over, although it's been up for quite a while. I think they left it there like a month or something. Should be reduced to using potions pretty quickly. Reducing my resistance to stun, huh? So let's try Bless. Heal myself on attack if at all possible. Yep, it worked. And he's down to potions. And bam. We've got him on the ropes. So let's go with Storm. Let's try not to make this unnecessarily difficult. And boom. 2 more to go. Doom Knight. Lovely. Kind of mixed feelings about these guys. Mostly because, yes, they're kind of guaranteed win, but only if you're lucky. If you mess up, that can actually really end the streak completely. Don't worry though, if you feel the classes I'm using at the moment are a little too survivable, well, I'm going to be using weaker classes as well, like the Paladin I'm using right now, so this should make things a little more interesting. Storm. Okay, that worked. That little Typhoon. They did one for nearly each elemental, if I'm not mistaken. It's actually nice, although there were a limited time thing. I don't remember, was it Mugluin or Frostval? Might have to look it up. Let's use that spear. And boom. And let's finish this. It used to be that after the bird you didn't want to attack, but when they redid the animation they felt this wasn't necessary, so they just did that. So we're up against Latros, an evolved Dragon Lord. I don't recognize this weapon. Okay, wind damage for the most part. Nothing too special as far as armor goes. He's probably got only the main weapon equipped or something. Well, let's deal with him. He's using a Greatling too. Considering I'm working on the Ravenloft saga at the moment, that's actually pretty fitting. Not sure what was the last thing he did. I might have set myself up into a stun. Actually, that's pretty likely. Oh, got freaking lucky there. Yeah, that's what's happened when I don't pay attention. Okay, so what's left? Oh, we've got rat that's up. Cool. Awesome. So there you have it, folks. Streak of 4. I'll meet you next time for another video of the Dragonfable PvP. So that's gonna be it for the time being. Thank you for watching, everyone. This was Great Pumpkin. You all have a pleasant time now. Bye bye.